Okay, let's talk about buying a home in Greece as a foreigner. Okay, first of all, let me cut right to it. Yes, you can. I'm a Canadian citizen and I own a home in Nafplio, Greece. So let's just get into the whole story of how it happened. So I'm a school teacher. I work here in Abu Dhabi, and I'm talking to the art teacher one day. I'm like, hey, I think I'm getting ready to buy, something foreign, something not in Canada. He's like, you know where you need to go? You need to go to Nafplio, Greece. I'm like, Nafplio what? Like I didn't get it. Like I knew like Athens and Santorini and those type of things. But he goes, no, go take a look at it. It was settled by the Venetians and it is absolutely beautiful. So my wife and I, we book a flight to Athens, rent a car, drive the 2 hours out, and we start. As soon as we drove into Nafplio, we loved it. It was love at first sight. It is absolutely beautiful of a city. It's got an old UNESCO World Heritage downtown, narrow streets. Just Google it. You will see what I'm saying. It is absolutely beautiful. So we did fall in love. Now, we've been looking at buying foreign before, and we owned actually, by the time we bought this one in Nafplio, we owned homes in the country of Georgia as well. So it's not our first time buying in a foreign country. So we kind of knew what to look for. We knew like we didn't want to buy inside the UNESCO World Heritage area of downtown. First of all, really expensive. Second of all, you've got to follow all the regulations with building in a UNESCO World Heritage area. So it's restoration things, colors, what kind of materials you can use, all those kind of things. So we kind of knew where that was in Nafplio, and we're like, let's just be as close to that as possible because it's kind of close to the action. Also, we knew you don't really want to buy in the center of the action because your apartment can be loud at night because people are in bars, people are having fun, people are walking on the streets. So everybody's like, oh yeah, location, location, location. Yes, to a point, but you don't want to be in the middle of it. You just want to be in the periphery of it. So we drew kind of a circle. We wanted to be with about a 10 to 15 minute walk from the downtown or the old town part of it. And we started looking there, and it was just one, I don't know, ugly building after another. And here's another criteria is my wife and I, when we have a place in a foreign place, we want it to look and feel like you're there. Okay, so let me give you an example. When we were looking at a place in Panama City, Panama, they took us to a development that was like the Italian, Riviera or something. It was very Italian feel and everything. Like, you don't want to go live in the tropics of Panama and feel like you're in Italy, in some valley in Italy. No, you don't want that. Or on the coast of Italy. Like you want to feel like it. So we knew we wanted that. So it was like, we looked at these buildings that were all built like in the 70s and 80s, and we're like, no, this is just not us. And then the realtor's like, I've got this really ugly one. And we're like, oh, tell us more. So he takes us to this 70-year-old squatty house, and the little grandma who lived her whole life in it had passed away, and so the family was selling it. We go into it, and I tell you, the ceiling just I'm 6'1", and it just is barely clearing me. I'm having to duck through things. And so I'm at first, I'm just like writing it off, like there's no freaking way. And so, I do the courtesies. We look at everything, I'm flushing the toilet and making sure things are working, but it's really rough. It really, really is a rough place, right? And it's 60 square meters. So it's like, 600 square feet, not very big. And, so we walk out, we get in the car. I'm like, I'm thinking that was a piece of junk. But my wife turns to me and she's like, I loved it. We want to do this one. I'm like, excuse me, I got to get back in there and take a look. All right, so I get back out of the car. I got to go back in and take a real look at it because I had blown it off from the moment they opened up the front door. So I go looking around in this, and there's nothing worth saving except the fact that it had these 3-foot thick walls that built it, and then the roof was good. They had just put the roof in like 2 years prior. But again, the ceiling's to here, but there was a good roof in it, and it's squatty. And I'm like, yeah, okay, let's. I mean, there's enough here to work with. So we go and we say, yeah, we'll buy it, and I think it was 50,000 euros, and so we put 5,000 euros down, and we're thinking, kind of like when we buy in the country of Georgia, we own it within the week. And the guy's like, yeah, this will take maybe 6 months, maybe a year. Like, what? Oh yeah, yeah. We got to go do a record search on it in every county or whatever they called it in Greece, and yeah, but no one was concerned about the time. So we're like, okay, and so we left Greece, kind of owning a place. I mean, the offer was accepted, and so we waited on, and near 11 months later, I'm thinking this thing is gone. You know, give me back my $5,000 because we need to invest somewhere else. We need something else. But I get a phone call like, hey, it's yours. Send over the other 45,000, and you got yourself, congratulations. You have a rundown property in Nafplio, Greece. Okay, so we get the property. It's like, boom, 600 square feet, 60 square meters, whatever that works out to. Let's renovate it. So I'm thinking I've done this before. So a gut job is going to take about a week because you don't have to be nice to anything. Gut it. We're going to move the door from one side of the building to another, but not cutting through the 3 feet of rock walls. We're going to use actually a door well that was already there, and then just redo the plumbing, pour a new concrete floor, and redo the walls and electrical. So all new construction on the inside, and put in a beautiful Greek open beam and ceiling with the lats in it and the ceiling in there. So because we wanted it to look like an old grandma's Greek home, but be perfectly restored. And so I'm thinking, okay, if I was doing it 8 weeks, because it's not very big. No, construction took a year to do it because it is a small job. Electricians don't want to sit there and go put in 12 plugs and 6 switches. They want big jobs, and so it was little bits and pieces. We had a great construction company that cared about the quality as much as we did. They did an exceptional job. But it was 1 year to buy it, 1 year to do construction on a small place. But I'll drop some photos in here. This place is absolutely beautiful. So it turned out so good. We love it. I mean, we love to stay in it. We love when our friends and family go to it. You feel like you're in a Greek home when you're in there. The neighborhood, all of our neighbors, they're just like, you guys restored it. It looks beautiful. Not necessarily restored it. We really did take it up, but we didn't bulldoze it. We didn't collapse it all and put up, something else. And it has its problems and quirks, but these blue shutters that are functioning blue shutters, and the style of the kitchen and everything about it is just beautiful. Now we rent it out for short-term rentals, and we have to tell the Greek government, the passport number of everybody who stays there, and we pay our taxes on it, and then we also use it for home exchange to get credit that way. And the guests just love it. And like I said, so it's a 10-minute walk from the interior of Nafplio. There's markets, there's an outdoor theater. Just Google Nafplio and you will love it. And we have had it now for 2 years. It's been renting. It doesn't rent great, but on home exchange, it wants to be booked all the time. So it's not necessarily the best investment we ever made, but we're not going to sell it. We love it that much. We love staying in Nafplio that much. And so we have some ideas of a few little minor things we need to do to it. One of the things that's holding it back is it has no outdoor space. So there's no terrace, there's no yard, there's no nothing. You can't go outside and enjoy a coffee. You can't go put your laundry outside to dry because that's the European way, is you dry it on a rack. So, but we knew that going into it, but in exchange for that, we have proximity to the downtown core, the old town core. And that was more important than having a yard. So would we do it again? Absolutely, 100%. And I think all in, with furnishing and reno and everything else, it's around 110,000 euros, and it's probably worth like 180, 190, and very happy with how that project turned out. Worth all the waiting and waiting. And I've got a lot of advice I could give to you on, how the construction process works in foreign countries and how it works in Greece, and what to do as a foreigner you're also working through translation. So you say you need something and it's a term you might use as a Canadian or American all the time, but then that's not the term they use in another country. And so you have to really send photos, send examples, do all these things to make sure that your contractor really understands. And in our case, our contractor knew exactly what the end project was going to be. He wanted just like us, that old style home. And like, when the photos are so nice, the switches and the plugs are the old style that you turn it. It's not a flip up and down. It's like from old 1950s. You can buy them new nowadays, but they look so good. I mean, that's just the note that I want to leave you with. You've got to figure out what you want from a foreign property. What do you want for your guests to stay in? And then hold to that idea. It has to have a theme, it has to have an idea, and it has to be Instagrammable. It's got to be aesthetically beautiful, and I hope you get that from this, because we love ours. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll keep you posted on some other crazy things when it comes to buying properties in foreign countries. Ciao.